Really? Fort Collins? Really? For a while now, there has been... By the way, this is Nick Sterling. And we're talking about some news. Some recent news. About a movement that's been going on for a while that I just recently found out about. This is Nick Sterling. That's me, this guy. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I looked at my analytics, not much to look at. It says that 91% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed. So I really, really, really need you to hit that subscribe button. For the love of all that is holy, I really need you to hit that subscribe button. Please, like this video and share it with anybody and everybody. So, anyways, in Fort Collins for a while, there's been a movement that's being pushed by the feminists. This movement was called Free the Nipples. Yes, you heard me correctly. Free the nipples. There's been a law in Fort Collins for as long as the law's been made, I guess, that says that women are prohibited to go topless in public. Pretty reasonable law, right? I mean, nobody just wants to see, no decent human being wants to just see women going down the street topless because they're hot. Wear a sports bra. I don't know what to tell you. Go inside, find some air conditioning. Don't take your bra off and go topless walking down the street. That's indecent. Okay, I'm just saying. Now, first and foremost, there are people that are pushing this, that were pushing this agenda, which, by the way, Fort Collins has decided to abolish the law that says women are prohibited to go down the street topless, which now means that girls and women that are above the age of 10 can publicly be topless. Yes, that means anywhere from 11 and up. Imagine you're walking down the street. In any one of these, there's 6 states that cannot enforce the topless ban. They cannot make women keep their tops on. It is now illegal for them to enforce that law. These 6 states, it's the 10th district: New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, and Kansas, and Oklahoma. At least what Wyoming has something to talk about now. Nobody ever talked about Wyoming. It's Wyoming. Well, now they got this. Now they have this. Whoa, sorry about that. And it's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they'd rather not have anything to talk about than to have this to talk about. So those 6 states, the 10th district, have now made it to where girls and women 11 and up. Like I was saying before, imagine you're walking down the street, minding your own business, going shopping, whatever, enjoying the nice, beautiful day, and all of a sudden, you got 11, 12, 13-year-olds walking down the street with their chests hanging out. No tops, just braless, the topless, okay? Half-naked women and girls, not half-naked in the sense that they're wearing bra and panties, half-naked wear bikinis or whatever. No, I'm talking they got clothes on from the waist down, but from the waist up they have no clothes on, okay? The nipples are out, all right? How ridiculous is that? How are you going to allow 11, 12, 13, 14, anybody, but especially those young ones, but anybody, how are you going to just allow them to just be topless? Okay? How? At least in the 7th district, these 3 states, Wisconsin, Illinois, Illinois, not Illinois. I'm not from Illinois, but I know how to pronounce it. And Indiana have chosen to uphold Chicago's topless ban. So at least they have decided to keep women decent. Now, they say they're pushing this movement for as long as they have, to make sure that everybody know that women's bodies are more than just a sexual object. and to make sure that everybody knows that women are humans just like men are. What the heck? Okay? How does making sure that women and girls 11 and above, young girls 11 and up, can have their boobs hanging out publicly, how is that going to show that they're more than sexual objects? How's that going to change anybody's mind? That's not going to help. That is literally going to do the exact opposite. I don't understand how they don't see that. Like their thought process was, okay, some guys think that women are only sexual objects, so we're going to make it to where they can see our boobs whenever we want them to. Yeah, because that makes a whole lot of sense. Like that's going to help at all. And the fact that there is a topless ban that prohibit women from taking their boobs out in public does not mean that they are less human. I'm just saying the reason why there's a topless ban on women and not men is because a topless man is not considered sexual. It's not. A man's chest is not considered sexual like a woman's chest is. So there's no, they're trying to pull some sort of equality thing that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Not even a little bit. They say it goes against the 14th Amendment. It says, let me just tell you the 14th Amendment, okay? It says, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. There are laws against public nudity. There are laws against pedophilia, which, by the way, you are asking for trouble from because of allowing girls as young as 11 years old to go topless. You're asking for trouble with this. You're asking for trouble. I'm just saying. Feminists have stopped making sense a long time ago. This is just over the top. This month, Fort Collins has decided to get rid of the topless ban. Apparently so has the whole 10th district. It's freaking ridiculous. It says, let's deprive any person of life, liberty, property without the process of law. Without the process of law, like I said before, public nudity, public indecency, that's against the law. You wouldn't want a man walking around with his dangling hanging out, saying, oh, it's equal rights, saying, oh, I'm just hot, or I'm more than just a sexual thing. Well, how about the way to get rid of a sexual innuendo or a popular opinion that says women are sexual objects, or women should only be thought about sexually? How about getting rid of just about everything that the media does when it comes to commercials, when it comes to anything of that nature? Media sexualizes everything. You see beer commercials. You see, excuse me. You see beer commercials. You see fighting commercials. You see sports commercials. You see drink commercials. You see clothing commercials. It's all sexualized, and it's all women sexualized. All of it, every single bit of it. Media is also trying, if you haven't been paying attention, some media has been trying to make pornography socially acceptable. How about stopping that? How about stopping the media sexualizing everything that they do? And how about stopping pornography from becoming socially acceptable? I mean, they're trying to sell They're trying to sell merch. They're trying to make it to where, people talk about it on TV, national television, on every social media site. They just talk about it, and they talk about it with no shame, with no nothing. So how about trying to fight that? How about trying to fight against sexualizing of every media thing ever? If you have television, most people, not all, but most people have television pretty much their whole lives. Okay, so their whole lives they are subjected to these commercials and these TV shows that sexualize things. So many sexual innuendos. I was watching a kid TV show today on freaking Nickelodeon, and it was The Loud House, I think. And the main character's friend, he's black. He goes to leave the house, and the main character's big sister opened the door and was right in front of him. And the main character's friend looks at her, shakes, and then falls out fainting with a bleeding nose. And if anybody who knows that is an innuendo for he got turned on. This is ridiculous. That's a kids' TV show. This is Nickelodeon during the day. I think that's freaking redonkulous. It's redonkulous. This woman on there said that it shows that there's hope. Hope for what? For public nudity? For socially acceptable pornography? You know, when pornography was first invented, people went and seen it in theaters, but they ruled that out because it's indecent. Obviously, children can sneak into these things, I'm sure, quite easily. Anybody can find a way or pay somebody enough and they'll let them in. That's where we're headed. Again, we're going backwards. We're not going forwards here. We're going backwards. I don't like it. They think it's a battle worth fighting for. It's like they're begging to just be able to walk down the street naked so everybody can look at them. I don't understand that. I really, really, really don't. They that's not inequality. I'm just saying. That's not inequality at all. Like I was saying before, the reason why it's allowed for men to go down, even though it's not preferred, even though people still don't like it that men walk down the street without shirts on, it's not illegal. Unless it's disturbing people and people call it in and whatnot. Then it's disturbing the peace or public indecency. Only then is it. But it's not illegal for them like it would be if a woman went topless, because women have breasts. Women have breasts. Some men do, but it's called a man boob, okay? None of it, nothing about a man's chest or a shirtless man is sexual. I understand that I understand that some women are like, well, yeah, that's because you're a man and you don't like men, so obviously you're going to say that that's not sexual, but to women that is sexual. Well, not really. I mean, most women, if that's the case, then make men put shirts on. I think it's ridiculous and a really too much effort to try to make it legal for 11-year-olds to be able to go topless in public. There was a man on there that had a great point. Men can't go if it's early in the morning and they're working if they've been working or something, they're tired or whatever, or unfortunately they're coming home at 3 a.m. after going to the bar and they're drunk. They can't go in the back alley in the dark behind a dumpster where nobody can see them and pee without facing criminal charges. But now it's okay for women to have their breasts out in public on the street where everyone when everyone around can see. And why weren't the police officers like, why didn't they do anything? These people were they were marching, right? You know how most people, they march, they got signs or whatever. Well, these women, hundreds of them I think, were walking down the street with their breasts out, completely topless, completely. And obviously that was before the law was gotten rid of, before the topless ban was abolished. So technically they were breaking the law. I understand peaceful protests, so their protesting was not against the law, but what they were doing in the protest was against the law, showing their breasts in public. That was against the law at the time. Now it's not, thanks to stupid Fort Collins, but it was. So they could have arrested all of them and had every right to. I think it's absolutely ridiculous and a complete disgrace that these ridiculous, ignorant feminists who aren't feminists. Okay, they're misogynists. I think that's the word. Who hate men. I don't know if it's misogynist or not. I don't know if that's the one where they hate women or hate men. I don't know. I don't know the word. They're not feminists, okay? They don't fight for true equality. They fight to be comfortable. It's just an excuse for them to show their boobs to everyone, because they know it's sexual and they want it that way. And it's ridiculous. Well, count me out. I will never be going to New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Kansas, or Oklahoma, because I don't want to see an 11-year-old walking down the street with no top on. That's not what I want to see. Okay? So, this is a truly sad moment in history. In 50 years, or in 100 years, or in 200 years, when they look back and they're like, what the heck, people? What the heck, America? You're letting 11-year-olds walk around topless, or at least these states are, and I really hope it doesn't keep going. The only reason when they banned the topless ban was because the feminists filed a lawsuit of $322,000. $322,000. And Fort Collins said, I think it'd be better to spend that money on priorities. How is this not a priority? Okay? I understand the streets probably have potholes and lights are probably out and some people might be losing a little bit of funding. But listen here. Alright? It should be a priority to keep humans decent. Okay? Human decency is very thin these days, and we need to hold on to every little bit that we have. That should have been first priority when that came up. These people don't know what they're getting into. They're asking for trouble. I really hope they come to their senses. I really, really do. Obviously, I'm very upset about this, and I think it's really stupid. But I hope y'all have a great day. Please subscribe and share this to everyone. God bless.